I created this ephemera pack. Well, it's actually a junk journal or scrapbook pack. I create these, or I put all this stuff together and I sell them in my booth. And when I was making this one, I decided that I would set my camera up for the next one and show you how I do it. It's something that I really enjoy, and I've been doing it for a couple of years. You know, they sell okay, and I'll sell one here and there. And I think though, I'm actually going to kind of start amping this up and maybe advertising it a little more and doing more with it, because it's something that I really enjoy doing. And I just wanted to kind of show you, what I do, how I put them together. A lot of people call it ephemera. There's some things in my stuff here, and I've got this big box that I've got things in, and then I've got bags of things that I buy at estate sales. I've got an old Southern Living cookbook. I usually sell the Southern Living cookbooks. If they're in good shape. This one is not. It's even got some of the pages. You can tell it's gotten wet and stuff. So I'm using this to pull some pages out of. I've got some old color charts. And wow, this is not actually a color. It's like an oil painting tutorial and color charts, something from an artist estate sale that I went to. Got some old Christmas postcards and things like that, and they haven't been used. But lots of times people talk about ephemera, and they're talking about, well, whenever they talk about it, when they actually use that term, they're talking about old ticket stubs, ledgers, even photographs can be, I guess, considered that. I do have some old photographs. I buy old photographs. But the reason I call this junk journaling or scrapbooking packs is because a lot of this stuff that I have that's not what it is. Like I say, I've got old book pages and song books pages, and I've even got some things that I've ordered, that are kind of cool that I put in here. So anyway, let's get started. I'll show you how I do it. And I don't usually do themes, but I might try to do something like that, or maybe not. I don't know. Well, let's just see what I can find. Let's see what we can do. All right, I've got this. Usually I'll put like an anchor piece in. This is not quite big enough for an anchor piece. An anchor piece needs to be at least as big as what I'm using, the cellophane. So I make 3 sizes. I make a small, medium, and large. And in the large, I try to put 20 pieces in. The medium, I think I put 15. And then the small is either 10 or 15. I can't remember. But I mean, I put a good amount of stuff in it. I'm going to have to cut this map, which is fine. Scissors to fit in here, because I want this to be one of my anchor pieces. And I don't worry about cutting everything just perfect, because people are going to take this and they're going to cut on it anyway, more than likely to put inside a journal or a scrapbook. So that is an anchor piece, right? All right, let's see. Do I want to put another anchor piece in? I can do that. I can take this Southern Living cookbook and find a very cool picture. This is a good one. Okay, so we're not going to do a theme. You know, sometimes I do themes like spooky themes or Christmas themes, and then sometimes I just go through and say, oh, okay, I like that page. Let's use that. So that's what I'm doing today. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. So this is actually a very relaxing, don't have to think too much about it, craft. I like the blueberries the best, don't you? Is that what they are? Yeah, blueberries. So let's put the blueberries on the outside. All right. So I got two large anchor pieces. So I just build from there. So I'll put like something on this side and I'll flip it over and put something on that side. I've got old book pages, cards. I think I have library cards, photographs. So I'll tell you what, let's start off with a photograph. I really like buying old photographs. I think that they're fascinating, and kind of sad in a way, you know. Let's see. And sometimes one will just jump out at me, and you know maybe I've seen it 10 times, you know, flipping through, but at some point it'll just go, hey, use me, like this one. Let's see if there's a date on it. Apparently this little dog's name was Tiny, and this photograph was from 1956. So that's Tiny from 1956. How sweet. Okay, so let's put him on the map side. And like I said, I'm just building, trying to keep it interesting, trying to keep it where you can see a lot of what's going on. Sometimes these anchor pieces actually end up getting covered up, but that's okay. As long as it's interesting. All right, let's try to get a postcard or something like that. This looks like an old postcard of a doll. What does it say? Standing just 20 inches tall, this wire-eyed French beauty is ready to see the world. She was made by Jules Steiner around 1890. Now the postcard is from 1991, so that's vintage, right? But the actual doll was made in 1890. How cool is that? All right, so we're going to put that on the other side. We got a lot of color going on this side, but that's good. That'll make it interesting. All right, let's see. I have got, this is an old book. I hated to start tearing this book apart, but because it's an old Little Women hardback book. But when I got this thing home, I bought it. It was a set because there was another book with it that I did keep together because it was in good shape, and I ended up selling it. But I bought this home and like it just literally fell apart in my hands. So what I do is I come in here and I just get pages from it, like, you know, something like that. And, or, you know, I can get like a page that actually says Little Women. Oh, that tore. See, it's just, it just tears apart. Let's see if I can get this one out. There we go. So it says Little Women on the top, you know, so if somebody wants to use it and they're a fan or they just kind of want to know where it came from, that's fine. Got this picture here. Of course, on the back of this one, it also says Little Women. Okay, so I'm going to stick this behind the little girl here. And I don't know if I'm going to use this page or not. I'm going to save this. I might not want to use this page. Let's see what else I've got. Let's do a recipe. Let's do since I've got the food on this side, we'll put the recipe on the other side. Finger jello salad, green and white vegetable salad. Doesn't that sound something like right out of the 70s? For sure. Anyway, if you know. If you know, you know. I was born in 1967, so I recognize things that are from the 70s. Will this go this way? It will. I think I will put it this way. Put it this way. Since it's a little tall. Okay. So I have 3 pieces on each side. Yes. All right. Let's start with some smaller things. Here is let's see. I'm not sure what this came out of, but that's very cute. But I think I'm going to cut it and just use the birds. I'll use the birds. Like I said, people use these little sheets and little things for their journals, scrapbooks. You know, I've never made a journal, and I remember growing up, my mother keeping scrapbooks. I've never really kept a scrapbook. I started one, but I never really finished it or got into it. I actually get into this way more than I think I could get into to actually doing a scrapbook or a journal. But we're gonna use this. This is like a little brochure. Let's see if it's got a date on it. I always like looking to see if there's dates on things. I don't see a date, but it is a oil painting step-by-step brochure. I got this, like I said, from an estate sale, and you could tell that this person was either an artist or was very interested in it. Okay, here's some playing cards. This deck was not complete whenever I bought it, so I'm not concerned about that. And I'm going to, let's see. It's got the bald eagle on the front, and I think I'm going to do one of each, and I'm going to do it like that, where you can see the eagle on one side and the card, the face of the card on the other side. Jack, 10 of clubs, 10 of clubs. All right, what is this? I don't know. Okay. All righty, let's see what else we got here. I just, I don't ever get tired of flipping through these papers. I never get tired of doing it. I know it's probably crazy, but I love doing it. Here is a bridge score pad. When I bought this, there were 2 of them. Here's one. And this one, there's nothing written in it, right? This one, I swear it's one of those things where I wish there was a date on it. They were 25 cents a piece in the thrift store. This one's completely used up. This is what I would call ephemera, because it's a score pad that was used. It's history, y'all. It's history, right? And it's just, I don't know where my brain goes. Sometimes my brain goes to, oh my gosh, whose was it? And oh, it's just interesting to me to be able to take these things and actually make something out of it. I love that. So I need to count to see how much I've got in here now. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're a little over halfway there. I'm going to try to make this as quick as I can. I tell you, I like these stickers. I like putting a couple of stickers in there. I like that guy. He's cool. We'll put him in there. Excuse me. And I like that guy. Let's put him in there too. All right, so I've got a couple of stickers. I need some water. Okay. And you see, I'm just building. I'm just building. So you can, like, these cards are going to move around. I can't help that. I'm pushing them down as best I can, but they're going to move around, and that's fine. But I'm building so when you pick the packet up, because it's going to be sealed, so when you pick it up, you'll be able to see, maybe not everything, but you'll be able to see, you know, kind of what you're getting. And I try to make both sides. I don't like a front and a back. I want to make both sides, you know, interesting and fun. All right, let's do I want another photograph? I think let's do a music page. I like this book. I've got a lot of old sheet music and stuff like that I use. Ooh. I like this lady. I like that lady. She came from a book. Yeah, let's use her. I've been kind of holding out on using her, because every time I come across her, I go, ooh, I like that lady, but I think we're going to use her. This was Fay Ray. All right. From 1927, that picture was taken. It came from like an old magazine or something. All right, we're going to put her here and see how that's looking now. Oh, just love it. Okay. And I have old sheet music, which I'm not going to put that. I've got old postcards and things like that. Let's see what else I can find. The sheet music, I don't think I'm going to use a whole piece of sheet music, because I've already got a couple of anchor pieces. Let me see. But sometimes I like taking, because if you like this, let's take a couple of pieces of this. Okay. Sometimes on the back or inside an old piece of sheet music, it'll be where you can like cut out smaller pieces, it's like they were advertising samples like that, you know. So you can take old sheet music and cut out little pieces. And I actually tried selling old sheet music, like just on its own, for just a couple of dollars. I'd put it in cellophane and put a tag on it. I didn't have good luck with that. Has anybody else sold it? Maybe it was just the music that I had, or you know, I don't know why, but it just didn't sell well for me. All right, let's see. I'll stick this in here so you can see the sheet music now. All right, I've got, okay, I like these. I can't remember. There's a guy, a man, I guess I don't know if it's a company or actually a man itself, but where you can buy like vintage looking things, but they're new, but they're vintage looking. And I can't remember the name, but I bought these from Amazon. And they are like cutouts of vintage looking people. And I always put at least one, sometimes two, if I can, especially if I can find two that kind of go together. There's, I could put this little girl on one side and then put the gentleman on the other. So, but I'll find out what these are called, and I'll put something up on the video or in the description or something. But they're really cool because they're like cardboard, cardstock cutouts, vintage cutouts. They're just really neat. Some of you might already know what it's called, and you can just tell me or comment. All right, I'm going to have to count again, and then hopefully I can remember. I might be done. I don't think I'm quite done, but I'm almost there. Okay, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, I've only got like 3 more pieces to put in here. Okay, so that's good. Let's see. Let's put a library card. I got these library cards. Library card in here. I don't want to cover up that puppy's face, so I'm going to, she needs to stand up straighter too. I might be moving this around a little bit too much, but I'm trying to talk and do it at the same time, and I'm not used to doing that, which is one reason why I wanted to make this video. I have got to get used to talking in the camera without a script. All right, let's see. I'm sure I have another, like, Aunt Ellen's Club Notes. This is a page from an old book. It's got a little tear in it though. I don't think I guess I could probably cut it down. Or maybe, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna cut these advertisements out of it. Wonder what this was from. Okay, got a little advertisement out of it. Let's see what side. Let's put this on this side. I feel like I need more color on this side, so I might put something else over here. That's just going to have to kind of go back there. La la la. Let's see. Or use the map. I'm going to use this. I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to do it. This is a songbook that I found, and I just absolutely love the colors. That's why I bought it. I bought it because of the colors, and I knew that I could use it for this. What color do I want? Let's see. I don't want green. Let's use something that actually pops. Let's use this red. I'm just going to cut right up this line because it tore a little bit. All right, and I think I have 20 pieces in here now. Sometimes I'll put gaming pieces like Scrabble tiles or some other kind of game piece, but this time I didn't because I'm not sure where they are. To be honest. Oh, here they are, a whole box of them. But I collect like little trinkets, little keys, little even little pieces of jewelry or something like that is cool to put in these packets. Like I said, I didn't do it this time. I have another box somewhere that's got some stuff like that in it, and I didn't bring it out here for some reason. But anyway, let's count one more time and see if we have 20 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We have 20 pieces. So they just kind of do what they do once you're done, as far as like, hopefully they'll stay well enough where they can be seen, where everything can be seen, or the majority of it can. And, I mean, I sell them for around $6 for a pack like this. I could probably sell them for more. And I eventually might do that, because it does take a good amount of time to do it. But I just love it. And, the cost of actually making one is not that much. So, anyway, there's the ephemera pack. And this is the one that I made earlier. So I just kind of wanted to show you how I do it. And, are you interested in scrapbooking? Are you interested in junk journaling? Like I said, I've never done a junk journal. I've been to a couple of vendor malls and seen people that make them, and they're phenomenal. I mean, and I mean, you could include lace, any kind of material, fabric. I put that in sometimes. Just anything really, any kind of old, uh, any kind of old, like book that teaches you how to do something, or like old textbooks, or anything like that. So it's just very interesting. It's very fun, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you made it to the end, thank you very much, and thank you for helping me out, getting me used to talk to the camera, and getting me used to talking to the camera. And yeah, I'll